Some years ago, I did a video on YouTube concerning paternity of the test. With I've forgotten the citation of the case, which my Lord Rodsvival, Court of the Justice of Court of Appeal Justice, as at then was, or not now. Now is at the Supreme Court. The judgment he gave then was that the court is unwilling to delve into paternity issues where they won't leave me. I'm not going to argue. The court is unwilling to go into paternity issues where a couple is married. When you have a man and a woman, they're married and living together. And he went as far as saying that even if that woman brings in a child from the gate man, that child is presumed to be the child of the man of the house who that woman is married to. So if your wife does agree and brings another man's children home to you, you're still the father, because those children were conceived during the subsistence of your marriage. Well, people say, no, that's wrong, this one, that one. And some people said, that's wrong. So what did I do? I kept quiet because there was no other judgment. So today again, I went to do more research as to that. And I can't remember the full citation, but I remember there's Duru versus Duru. There's Ibiachi versus Ibiachi. And there's Anozie versus, I've forgotten who it was. The court said that the presumption that DNA obviously is a right way of knowing paternity, but the court is not willing. Again, what Lord Honorable Justice Vival said in his own previous judgment was what they said in Duru versus Duru, that the court is unwilling to delve into paternity issues where they are married. That it is presumed that the child during the subsistence of your marriage, whether you will father that child or that child was fathered by any man during your marriage with your wife, that child is your child. That child is irrespective of the blood connection or DNA or whatever it is. Now, Duru said, what Duru versus Duru said was what made me laugh the most. He said the presumption is conclusive. When they say presumption is conclusive, it means that you cannot, for now, you cannot say otherwise as a married man that my wife, I don't trust her. She brought another person's child home. And so by bringing another person's child, that child is not my child. No. In fact, the court said that even after your separation or divorce, your wife conceives within 280 days of your marriage, of your separation, that child is your child. 280 days should be about, let's say, close about 10 months. That should be. Because if you have 365 days, so that should be within like 8 and 10 months. So if you leave your wife or if you're separated and she still conceives within 280 days for another person, that child is your child. And you're bound to take responsibility for those children. Either you are biologically or you want to prove DNA. If you now go and bring a DNA test, I don't know what the position of the court will be. The court might reject it. And they might take it. But the position of the court, they don't want a DNA. So far you're married. But if you're not married, if somebody approaches you and says, oh, I'm pregnant, I have a child for you, and the court obviously would go into the issue of DNA. Okay, let's ascertain that it's your child before we put that responsibility on you. But the moment you said for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, meaning you're going to take all responsibility your wife brings. And also, your wife is going to take all responsibility you bring to her. On the issue of paternity, boy, yeah, we're back your money, you will long. Why they told you, why talk? Why not the university? Why she secondary? Why not primary, secondary, university? Why don't say I will form when you're gone? Yes, that's the position. It's not me, it's the position of law. And the reason why they said that is that to keep the sanctity of marriage, to protect the society. That if the society is not protected, if we keep saying, oh, let's do DNA here, let's do DNA there, let's do DNA forward, backward, oh my bankonje, in ma baje. we're thinking of our emotions, but we're not thinking of the larger effect. Then again, the court says that they are unwilling to carry out DNA tests on adult children. If you have a child somewhere, then it can be a tall. It will be this case, then it can be a tall money. Do you understand me? And now the man came and said he's the owner of the child. This is an adult child. The court said they're not willing to go into paternity issues. If the adult child is unwilling to do a paternity test,